What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the next episode of my Minecraft Let's Play. This is episode 10, and in this video, we're going to be building a fully working casino right over here, and I've already cleared an area. I already have some plans for some machines, and the biggest one here is going to be roulette, and I'm also going to have some other smaller machines along the side. So let's start planning where all of the machines are going to go and how the casino is going to be structured. Okay, so small progress report. And this is the kind of vibe I'm going for this whole structure here. Um, there's going to be this like path to look down on all around the main room. And the roulette table, since it's the main attraction, will go directly in the center. And then over here, in the second main attraction, I guess, will be one of those Plinko machines, which is like the kind of game where a marble drops down from the top, and if you get it closer to the edge, you win more money, basically. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on building this. I already have an idea of how it works, and I'll explain to you in a bit. Okay, so this is kind of how the Plinko machine is going to look like. We're gonna have these kind of pyramid thing here, and we're gonna spawn chickens up there, and then through their own pathfinding, they're going to find their way to the bottom in one of these holes. And basically what I'm going to do is detect when it's in the hole, detect which hole it is, and then also have to kill it. And also detect when a chicken actually spawns, because it's obviously not a 100% spawn rate from chicken eggs. So I'm also going to have to detect that so it doesn't spawn too many or too little up there. And then I'm just going to add trapdoors on the edges and hopefully they pathfind to the correct place. And yeah, that's how it should work. Hopefully there's no hiccups. Maybe, I'm not too sure, I haven't tested, but the pathfinding might be a bit off, so I might have to fix that as well. But that's like the general plan for this machine. And I think I'm going to get started first with chicken dispensing over there and build up kind of a stockpile of chickens that will continuously lay eggs so the machine doesn't have to be refilled over and over again. Okay, so big progress report here. This Plinko machine is basically finished, and I want to explain how it works. So basically, there will be chickens that spawn up there in one of two modes. The button, which just spawns or throws down like 16 eggs, and this one, which does it continuously. And basically the way this machine works is that the chickens will pathfind their way down to the correct area. Now, the design looks a bit funky and doesn't look too clean, but that's for a reason. So chickens actually need a full block to pathfind to, so they won't actually pathfind across a trapdoor, or at least not as common. You need more space for the chicken to pathfind on. And so that's why I added these like holes here, so maybe they see these holes and they just walk across the trapdoors, which is more common. And yeah, that's basically how it works. If you go down here, you can see some lava and observers that have string on them, and that will detect what prize you're actually gonna get. So like on the edges, which is hypothetically the most rare, you'd get the most money back. This one is the second most rare, and this one's the most common. So in this one, you would actually lose your money. So yeah, that's basically how it works. The chickens spawn up there. It just follows this redstone line here, and it leads to just a piston pushing up an observer, which will just make a clock, which will spam this dispenser here with some eggs that they get from a pile of chickens up here. So yeah, I can show you how it works now, maybe after I sleep. So I'm just gonna press the button and see how many chickens I get. Okay, so we got 2 chickens here from that round. And let's see where they go. Okay, one of them fell down there, and you can see that's the second best drop. You get a ingot in the block. Let's see where this one will go. It is slower than regular Plinko, so bear with me as the chickens decide. Okay. Ooh, he almost parkoured into the best drop, and oh, he dropped all the way down into the diamond area. So you can see here, the observers will simply trigger this redstone line, which will go into these droppers, which will just drop you your prizes. So It's not that deep. It's pretty simple. I think anyone could do it. And these dispensers are just hidden by some carpets, so they don't get in the way. Although it does have a kind of aesthetic to just the dispenser being open like this. So you may have noticed something while I was showing you around, and that is this, the roulette machine. I've also been working on this, and this one is a little bit more complicated than the Plinko machine. So let me explain to you how this works. Basically, you will have an on and off mode, and when it's on, it's going to be spinning round and round, just like this. And you can see there's an even distribution of red and white blocks and one emerald one, so the odds will always be in the house's favor. And then once you turn it off, something happens. You get this block, which is your winner's block. It's going to be shown here. I'll have to add a delay to this piston extending, but it'll be shown here so you know which block actually rolled, and you'll know if you won or not. And at the same time, this piston retracts its block, which will make this piston retract its block as well, which will make this piston stop firing. And that's important so that the colors maintain their same order, because you wouldn't want 2 reds in a row or like even 3 reds in a row, because then it's much easier to guess which color you would want and you would win more often, and it wouldn't be gambling basically. But there still is a lot of work to do for this machine. So first, we have to move this input device to somewhere else. We have to make this piston extend for longer, and we also have to make a betting system where you actually place your bets on one of the blocks. And then, last of all, we'll obviously decorate it. Here's a progress report. I've been trying to make this work again, and it's going worse than I did the first time. I managed to add the pulse extender down there, which makes the winning block display for longer, and I moved the signal input to here, but there's some issues that I just don't understand. Like right now it's in stop mode, meaning it's all good, it's stopped. This part works fine. But then when I put it into spin mode, this thing happens. Look at this. This redstone dust is supposed to be powering this piston, and for some ungodly reason it's not powering this piston. However, when I update this piston, it realizes it's supposed to be working for some reason. Like, I don't know how to stop this, because this is how it's supposed to be working, right? This is how it's supposed to be working. It's all good like this. But for some reason, it just doesn't do it automatically. It needs to be updated. That's actually really unfortunate for me. When I put it back into stop mode, I added a delay. For some reason, now it just didn't pick up the block. That never happened before. Wait, let me retry this. Wait, what? It's working now. What? What the flip, dude? Should it work now? Let me 1 second. Okay, maybe it's just fixed itself. Let's see. Okay, but see now again it doesn't work. Now it doesn't work again. The stopping sequence works. It's just that this starting sequence, for some reason, like, needs to be updated. I don't know. There's no observer or anything. Maybe it's the chunk borders. I don't know. It's all in the same chunk. Like this part is all in the same chunk. So I actually don't know what's happening. This is pretty painful. Okay, so another update on this piece of poop redstone. Still have no clue what it is, what's happening. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I've tried to contain everything into this one chunk, so I moved everything over a bit, and like the only thing that is in the chunk is this like extender line here, which isn't the problem. It's this part here. And again, it just needs to be updated. I don't know why that happened. If anyone knows why this is happening, please put it in the comments. It's been bugging me for so long now. I've been at like this one simple part for like so long now. But in general, this whole machine like works now. It stops correctly, it displays the thing correctly, and like sometimes it didn't happen now, but sometimes it'll actually spin how it's supposed to. So like yeah, it's half functional, but I'll still take it because I don't know what else to do. So now that we've completed, well, completed in like air quotes for this, now that we've completed our main two attractions, we can obviously just start decorating this place, which is going to be the actual fun part that I'm actually good at. So hopefully that will let us like think about this and maybe come up with a solution while we're figuring out ways to decorate this place. So my idea for decorating this place isn't fully developed, but I want this like lower area to be like kind of a bar place with like seats and different viewing places, and this top area to be more like a walkable path, and maybe like make some slot machines, not working ones, but just like decorative ones along the walls here. And I mean, I think I want to leave this wall quite plain because I want to maybe in the future make an entrance to like a side room of the casino where I can add even more games. And the other question is, will there be an exterior for this build? And the answer is no, there won't be, because this will all be covered up by smaller builds. So it doesn't make sense to make an exterior for the build since it will never be seen anyway. Anyway, the idea for this interior and how I will go about making it is to make it quite gray, but like with little splashes of drained out color. Like make this casino seem really used up, really old, really rackety. Like things don't really work anymore. It seems also a bit corrupt. I want to get this feeling out of it, and I'm gonna use a lot of grays and like dulled colors. Probably in this interior, so like terracotta and stuff like that. So time to find the resources. Lucky for us, we already have most of the materials that we could need for this project already in our storage system. So that's already good. We can just get started on building it. Okay, so I've been building a bit, and I have a better kind of idea of how I want this to be like and how I want it to be developed. So I just want to share that with you really quickly. So first of all, I started with the bottom of the base here. I thought it just made a bit more sense. And I started with the roulette machine. By the way, I haven't figured out a solution, but we'll say it works, okay? We'll say it works. But between you and me, it does not work, okay? So yeah, this roulette machine will also kind of serve as an integrated support pillar. It's like I'll raise these pillars up into an arch that will eventually hold the whole ceiling further up there. And I think that's gonna look really cool. Like once these are in an arch, that's gonna look amazing. And the rest of the floor, I have yet to decide, but I'm actually liking like the use of bone blocks here. The issue is I don't have too many, but I like the way bone blocks are used here because they really look kind of dirty and greasy. Like they look like a used up white color, if you understand what I mean. Like the yellow on it just makes it seem like it's been there for so long, and it's yeah, it just makes it seem like it's musty kind of. So I'll figure out a floor design. I think I'm going to do quite like two more this way, like until here, or maybe even just one more, and then just kind of make it along the length, like have a white stripe along the length of the room, um, but not along the width as well, to save on the bone blocks used. And this is just like the simple controller. I'll probably change it up. It doesn't look too nice, but yeah, that's the general plan. Quick 10-second progress report. This is what I meant to say when there's a giant stripe passing through the length of the thing. This is the stripe, you know, just a white outline like this. There's more to say about this, but I'm going to talk about it later when the whole bottom is completed. So another quick progress report on the floor. this is how it's looking like now, and you kind of get a better idea of the vibe I'm going for this bottom section here. We're gonna have these like stands with the bars here on the side, and the main attraction and like the main area where people are going to spend their time, it's gonna be right here in the center, along with this pillar. Now this is the first floor, and you might be wondering like a couple of things about, firstly, how it all ties in together. Well, since like this pillar is black, this is brown, this is white. Well, there have been like many renovations, many buildings. This place is old, so there's gonna be lots of things added on top of each other. But basically, what you should know is that the original building, the part that can't easily be renovated, the part that can't easily be changed, is like black like this. So the far back walls are gonna be black. The walls over here are gonna be black, just like this. Everything like that is gonna be black. But then the newer things, like the stands, the things that have been put into place, they're gonna be brownish, like this, more kind of aged, you know? And then this is going to be like the area where they want you to like spend more time at. So it's going to be like kind of fake golden. There's like a bunch of things casinos do to make you want to stay there as long as possible. And it's one of the methods to make it seem like it's like really grandiose and all of that. So that's the idea behind the white part. So maybe that will kind of ease your worryings about how it will all tie in together. I mean, I still haven't built this yet, so it could not tie in together for all I know. But yeah, that's my thought process at least. So now I'm gonna get working on these stands and the walls here. So yeah. Okay, so the bottom floor is almost wrapped up. There's just one or two small things I have to do. So this is how it looks like when you go down here. You can really see it's a bit more involved now. It's a bit more lively with these brewing stands representing the alcohol and all of that, all those platters that they would bring you. Um, so yeah, you see all this. I kind of like this floor design. It's pretty interesting for me. I'm deciding whether to put it here. The issue is that I hadn't predicted, but for this Plinko machine, you kind of need to stand quite a bit back to actually see what's going on. Otherwise, you won't see like the little chickens at the top there. So this stair might change. I'm not too sure. It might not. We'll have to see. Obviously, we'll have to see. But yeah, it's also not finished because I think I want to add some like chairs around this area here, like some small chair designs, but I have to decide which designs to use. But apart from that, the bottom floor is almost ready. After adding those details, I'll have to start building these pillars up and start putting this pathway in, and then yeah, we can get started. All right, so you might see some slight changes from I showed you last time. Mostly this top floor is starting to come in with this railing. I used anvils because I have a lot of iron that I'll probably never use in my entire lifetime on this server, so or on this single player world. So might as well use them, and they do a pretty good job for a railing here, and it looks nice. And yeah, I've started with these walls now, and this is kind of the last point where the walls are gonna just be going up, because from now on, I want these walls to go sideways, kind of like this, but not really from this side. From this side, what I want to do is make just this middle part here connect to this, right? So it's kind of going to be triangular going like this, and from there to like there, with these small exceptions, with it's just like this small center part here going like this, and this will still remain like that, basically. So yeah, that's most of the new changes. I didn't complicate it too much because I didn't want this project to take like 6 years to finish. So like these walls, just like black stone. This is just basalt. I didn't mix in too many colors just yet, but for this part, it's definitely gonna be more colors. Yeah. So yeah, that's the plan going forward. This is a progress report on how it looks like now, and yeah, I think it's going to turn out pretty nice. Okay, so this is an update report again. Uh, it's almost done. The casino is almost done. So obviously the big part are these kind of ribs. I'll call them the ribs of the building because they actually just look like a rib cage here. But I like how it looks like. All there really is to do now, I added like this middle section in here. It looks nice, in my opinion. All that there really is to do now is to fill in these areas in between the ribs. Okay, so I filled in the ribs, and actually, I'm loving how it looks. I'm not too sure on one thing. I'll have to see once I fill in the whole walls. Like, behind those trapdoors, I was planning on adding like sand or sandstone to kind of continue the gradient. But I'm not sure how much light there will actually be in here without them, so I'll have to see about that. Now, really all there is left to do is to fill in this area and that area, and we're pretty much actually finished once we figure out the light levels. So let me just do that real quick. Okay, so basically the casino is finished. It's basically completely done, I would say. For the lighting, I think I'll just add some torches like along the pillars here, and I think that's good enough. And maybe some hidden lighting by like taking a torch and then just putting it behind here, so you can't really see it, but it still lights up the area. I think I'm just gonna do that, and it's gonna be finished. So yeah, that's basically it for today's video. I'll just be putting these lights back, like so. Okay, and overall, this is how it looks like. Let's do like a dramatic entrance and like a cinematic piece really quick, and then we'll finish off the video. Anyway, one last thing you should do before the video ends is what is said on this wall over here. Right now I only have 150 subscribers, and if you think I should have more, just drop the subscribe button, you know, just smash that. If you change your mind, of course, you can always unsubscribe later. And yeah, that's it for today's video. Expect another one soon. Goodbye.